Are the Grizzlies really fine in the West next year, 2025? What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And today, let's talk about the Grizzlies and why I think they might or might not be fine in the West next year in the next upcoming season, 2024-2025 season. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So, yeah, the reason why I'm saying fine in the West is because Ja Morant did say, I think before the 2023 playoffs, he said, there was a question asked, which team are you most feared of facing? And he ended up saying, I'm fine in the West. Only the Boston Celtics are the team that I need to beat, or like I'm afraid of beating. I'm afraid to face, or like the biggest threat to him. And here's the thing: when he said that, obviously I was a Warriors fan. Uh, the Warriors and John Moran don't see eye to eye. It's a big rivalry, but I understand as a for him as a competitor, like it makes sense, like to say like I'm the best team. Like obviously they were the second seed. Like, I mean technically they were one of the best teams in the West. But again, I'm not here to talk about his shortcomings in that playoffs against the Lakers. He was injured, but anyways, the reason why I'm saying fine in the West is because John Moran, he's a cocky guy. Like he knows he's one of the best point guards in the league, and he thinks that the Grizzlies can get it done and be a dynasty and whatever he says all the time. The reason why I think that the Grizzlies might be really scary next year in the West, not saying they're fine in the West, but I'm saying they're very scary next year, is because they know how to win in the regular season, right? The last two seasons when John Moran has been healthy, they have been the two seed. They know how to win. They know how to win in their home floor. They're just a very very good basketball team in the regular season. And here's the thing: when John Moran comes back, and they have Desmond Bain, they got Jaren Jackson Jr. They're gonna be very very scary, right? They have pretty good role players. Their coach is really really good. And look, something with the Memphis Arena where it's just like everyone's badges just go away whenever you play in the Memphis Grizzlies Arena. They're a really, really good home team for the past 2 years. And look, I'm just saying this. I'm not saying they're not going to win the West for sure, because I think there's a lot of teams that got better. Like the Timberwolves got better, the OKC Thunder got better, the Nuggets are still a threat. The Golden State Warriors are still there. The Mavericks are still there. So the West is gonna be a dogfight next year. Like it's gonna be like who is gonna win the West. Like obviously there's the Lakers, the Pelicans, so the Grizzlies are in the mix. But again, I think the Grizzlies, a lot of people are forgetting about them, right? Because obviously they weren't a good team last year, but that's because John Moran had that problem with the legal system, and then he got injured when he came back with his arm. I think he like tore something in his arm, and then also like when that team does not have John Moran, that team does not have any chance. Also, Marcus Smart was injured. Desmond Bain was injured. Jaren Jackson Jr. was injured for some games. Like it just they had GG Jackson as their second best player. Just that isn't like you're not winning with GG Jackson being your first best player for some of these games. Like it just like the Grizzlies. I mean, honestly, it was good for them. They got to draft a center like Zach Edey. They got to tank for a year, and they have a really really good roster where they can compete next year. And here's the thing: can I see them going and winning one or two playoff series and maybe making the conference finals? Sure, I gotta first see the Grizzlies next year and how they're gonna be, but John Moran is still a really good playoff performer, right? He's really good. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a very very good, solid center. I think he's gonna be playing the power forward now because they got Zach Edey. They need that Steven Adams replacement because he was always injured. The role players in the Grizzlies is really really good. I like the Luke Kennard. Um, re-signing in this free agency. I like that. I like GG Jackson as a good role player for that team. He could be a future star for that team. I like Zach Edey. I mean, a lot of people didn't really like Zach Edey coming out of college. I think he's a pretty good, solid center in the college. He basically does what a traditional center will do: get rebounds and put back dunks. That's all the Grizzlies need. They don't need him to shoot. They don't need him to play make. They need him to just get rebounds and block shots and dunk the ball when he's wide open for pick and rolls. He can do that. He's a solid dunker. He might be one of the most boring players, but he's good enough for the Grizzlies, right? So I think to answer the question, no, the Grizzlies are not fine in the West. They are far from fine in the West because the Western Conference got a lot better in 1 year. And yeah, it's gonna be even way harder next year. Like you had the Golden State Warriors last year, who had a 46 win team last year, get the 10th seed. So you basically, in order to be in the playoffs, you need 50 plus wins. Like that's crazy. You need like 50 to 51, like 51 plus wins to be in the playoffs. So it's gonna be a dogfight. The West is gonna be really hard. But I'm telling y'all, do not sleep on the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are still they're gonna be back next year. Obviously, I'm not really a big fan of the Grizzlies because obviously they're a rival for the Warriors. But I'm being objective here. I think they're a solid team, and they can definitely be a playoff team next year or even a playing team. We don't know yet, but when you have John Moran healthy and Jaren Jackson Jr. healthy and Desmond Bain healthy, and that all those role players, like they have a really big chance of winning in that conference. So again, the West is gonna be really hard. I'm really excited next year. Please, I want the NBA season to start, but obviously it's only been like what a month since the NBA. It's not even been a month since the NBA season has been over. Free agency, I don't think really the Grizzlies really got that much in free agency, but again, they're a relatively very young team. Um, the only plus part I like about the Grizzlies is they got Derrick Rose, one of my favorite players. But again, uh, yeah, I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited for this playoffs. I'm excited for the Grizzlies. I mean, I want to see John Morant. Like he's a very good NBA basketball player. He's very fun to watch. So I want to see him back there. And again, I'm really excited for the West. Like the East, like it's only like what 3 teams, like 4 teams maybe. Like I mean, I actually you know what? I'll count the Pacers. There's 5 teams in the East that actually have a chance, but I mean, obviously, it's gonna be revolving around the Boston Celtics. The West is like any team can win. Like any team in the West could win. Like the West is that damn good. Obviously, the Mavericks, you got the Thunder, you got the Timberwolves, you got the Nuggets. Like that's just gonna be so hard. But again, I'm excited to see the Grizzlies next year. I'll see what they can do. Can they be a top 6 seed? Maybe. We all have to watch the season and see, let it play out. But yeah, can the season please be get started soon, bro? I need time to pass, bro. But obviously, football is gonna start soon, so that's gonna be good. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. You let me know in the comments what do you guys think the Grizzlies are gonna be next year. Do you think they're gonna be a playoff team? Do you think they're gonna be a playing team? Do you think they can even win the West, or do you think they could miss the playoffs? You all let me know in the comments. It's been your boy Slashing, and I'm out. Peace.